Welcome to Travel Back to Ancient China, a dynasty born from 13 years of taming catastrophic floods, ruling for 470 years, yet destroyed by a tyrant who feasted on wine and meat while his people starved. Today, we walk through the full rise and fall of China's very first dynasty, the Xia. The Yellow River had gone mad. For years, it swallowed villages, drowned crops, and turned vast fields into lakes. The people needed someone who could stop it. The tribal ruler appointed a senior official to take charge of controlling the waters. This official gun chose to build tall earthen dams to block the floods. For 9 long years, his people piled dirt upon stone, but the water only grew stronger, breaking through every barrier they built. When the project failed, Gun's son, Yu, took over. He abandoned his father's plan entirely. Instead of blocking the water, he mapped rivers and valleys and led his people to dig channels to guide the floodwaters safely out to sea. For 13 years, Yu worked side by side with ordinary people, living in mud and rain. One evening, passing his own village, he heard his wife's voice through the window. He paused. Then he turned away and walked back to the river. He passed his home 3 times without stepping inside. The flood would not wait for one man's tears. When the floods finally receded, the land was reborn. The people, seeing his dedication, chose Yu as their new leader. Not a king, but the most trusted man among them. In 2070 BCE, Yu took the throne and founded China's first dynasty, the Xia. His son Qi had proven his worth, serving the people for years alongside his father. In his old age, Yu planned to follow the ancient tradition and pass power to a worthy outsider. But the people, having watched his son Qi serve beside his father for years, refused to let the throne leave the family. This was not favoritism for the ruler's son. Qi had served the tribe for years, helping govern lands and care for the people. He had earned everyone's respect on his own merits. And so the hereditary system was born. Xia dynasty ruled, generation after generation. Most of its kings were forgotten, but the last one, the 17th, would not be. He was cursed, not by gods, by his own people. His name was Jie. He lived a life of endless luxury. He ordered an enormous lake, dug and filled with wine. He had roasted meat hung all around it like a forest, spending his days in feasting and drinking. Outside the palace walls, ordinary people starved, with barely enough grain to survive. Loyal ministers who dared to speak out against his cruelty were put to death. Jie once declared,
"I am eternal, like the sun itself."
The desperate, furious people cursed back.
Son, when will you die?
When
we
will
would
you die?
gladly perish
We
with
would
you.
gladly perish with you.
To the east, a vassal state called Shang was ruled by a man named Tang. He was known far and wide for his virtue and kindness to his people. When he saw the suffering under Jie's rule, he decided to rise up and overthrow the Xia. Tang and his most trusted advisor planned carefully. They won the support of neighboring tribes, gathered their armies, and slowly chipped away at Jia's power. The 2 armies met for the final decisive battle. But Jie's soldiers had no will to fight for a cruel king. Almost immediately, the Xia army broke apart and fled. Jie escaped into exile, where he died alone. After 470 years and 17 successive rulers, the Xia dynasty was no more. In 1600 BCE, Tang claimed the throne as the first king of the Shang dynasty. A new era of Chinese history had begun.
Subscribe to Travel Back to Ancient China for the next chapter, Shang Dynasty.